Hi, my name is George Robinson. I'm a developer for SocialHootz, and in this presentation, I'll be talking about webpage optimization, which forms really the most important part of the SocialHootz strategy. As you can see in the diagram, really this informs everything else that we do afterwards, including the search engine result pages, snapshot, keyword mining, and how we use the keywords that we found from our website to generate the content that will be used to not only market our website but also to brand and propagate our message on the internet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the user interface and how we need to set up our social media subscription as soon as we've signed up. The very first thing you should do is navigate to the website's internal node. And these are actually nodes. We'll call these nodes throughout the duration of this presentation and in other videos. So what we've got here is our actual website. In this case, this particular customer has a business called Triangle Therapy. And here's a look at their website. And you can see when we go over their menu, these pages are reflected the same in the SocialHootz portal. So what we've done is when this customer signed up, we captured their pages, indexed their pages, and we created individual reports for their pages, which I'll show you in a moment. But as soon as you sign up to SocialHootz, if you come here, this is your configuration section, and in this area we're telling SocialHootz what we expect of our own website before we're willing to allow it to be taken to the next level. To start with, we want to make sure that our page at least reaches a minimum percentage score. And I'll show you in a moment that each of these pages has a score. And what this particular customer is saying is as long as the score is greater than 40, then it's passed that particular part of the criteria. The minimum keyword number consistency. Again, keyword consistency is crucial in this process because the keywords that SocialHootz finds on those pages will be used for other parts of the process. So if we get this wrong, we could actually be wasting a lot of time and effort. That's why we need to start with this part of the process first. And then finally, the pages to optimize is simply how we explicitly tell SocialHootz what it is, what pages we really need to market. Now in this case, in this instance, we've got 2 pages already added to the list. To add or remove pages, all we need to do is roll over them. We can remove them. To add them, we simply get a representation of our website and we simply select the pages that we want to market. Now this can all be done in advance. We can set our criteria in advance, and once we click save and publish, we will not have to revisit this page unless we want to change our own criteria. But once we've established our own criteria, you should not have to visit this page again. You should only have to do this once. Now that this has been done, let's go and have a look at some of the pages and see what kind of results we've been given, or what kind of report we're getting. Now we're already on the Webpage Optimisation tab. There are other areas which we'll cover in other videos, including the social media and the content marketing. For now, I'm just going to stick with the Webpage Optimisation. I want to jump over the keywords for now, just show you the criteria which we've extracted for all of the major parts of the web pages. Just as an example, you can see this one, this particular criteria, this page has failed. The text to HTML ratio has been given a score of 0 out of a possible 2, and that's simply because in this instance there's too much HTML or too many images and not enough content, and Google want to see content. There's a few other essential elements that are missing from this web page, and of course you can email this report to your web company and have them make these updates and recommendations, all of which will improve your ability to be indexed by Google. Now all of this criteria hasn't been plucked out of thin air. It's really come from Google's own search engine optimization guide. So in essence, if Google cannot index your pages or make your pages visible to your customers because you haven't done the SEO, then we will spot it. If Google can't identify the keywords you're trying to use, then neither can we. And we get around that by ensuring that we keep our keywords consistent. SocialHootz will tell us if we've got any keyword consistency at all on the pages that we're trying to market. So for this page, addictions therapy, the word therapy and the word addictions was found in the title, description and heading, and that's exactly what we're talking about when we're talking about keyword consistency. Of course, one word phrases or keywords aren't really very useful because they're just too broad. Well, as an example, if I scroll down a little further, you can see we now have addictions therapy, which we can treat as a two-word keyword phrase. And this was found 6 times in the title, the description, and in the heading. So the 6 times is where it was found in the content, it was found in the title, the description, and in the heading. And because of that, SocialHootz has bolded out those particular phrases and will always use the larger of the phrases, or the phrases with the most words in them. And because addictions therapy has 2 and the others only have 1, SocialHootz will always use this because it is narrower and it is more specific. So in this instance, this particular page has passed the criteria. It has a page score of 57 overall. Our configuration was 40%, or our expected criteria, or minimum was 40%. And we've got some words that are actually consistent and can be used as keywords in our marketing. So if I go to the actual website, for those designers out there that have been given the assignment to update the SEO for this particular client, or for any of the clients that you might have that might come to you to update the SEO, I want to go to Firefox, and if you use Firebug, it gives you a head start. If you're trying to look for the H tags, at least you can see we've got addictions therapy already. That's what SocialHootz already picked up. In terms of the title and the description, if I go to the source, you can see addictions therapy has been included here. Now I should add that it doesn't have to be the first phrase in the list, in the element itself. It could be anywhere in the title. And similarly for the description meta tag, you can see we've got it again at the start, but again it doesn't need to be in the beginning. It could be anywhere, as long as that phrase is used, as long as it's the same as the title and the H1, then SocialHootz will pick it up. And we've done what we need to do. So my recommendation is that you try and adapt your content management system, whatever it might be, so that when you're creating new pages, it will automatically pick out of the title of that page the keyword and embed it into each one of these elements, the title, the description, and the H1. Most of them do already. WordPress, for example, have plugins, SEO plugins, where you can do this in one place. But ultimately, that has to be done before SocialHootz will take our process to the next level, or take our pages to the next level. So what happens after we've done this? Well, 2 things will take place. The first is we'll take that keyword, in this case addiction therapy, and we will send it to one of our keyword affiliates that have a database, a real-time database of all of the keywords used within the last few weeks. And it will include Google and Bing and Yahoo. It will aggregate them, and we can send a keyword to this particular affiliate, and they will send us back a report of where that keyword is in relation to potentially better keywords. And this is the report that will be sent, and this is an example for the same client. And in this case, the page picked up was mind body, and the report has told us that actually body mind has a higher volume of 235 searches in the UK for that week, and it will proceed to show the alternatives that have considerably less volume as we go down the page. Now this customer has gotten lucky really with that keyword. It might not have been the best keyword, but SocialHootz will simply tell us what is the best or what has the most volume. At that point, the report can go directly to the web company and they can update the keywords for those pages, and SocialHootz will recapture those, reprocess those, and it will also use them for the outgoing content marketing. Now, even if the customer doesn't make the changes to the website after they've received this report, SocialHootz will be smart enough to use the keywords that it thinks is best for all of the outgoing marketing. So all of the blogs we're going to create later on, all of the articles we're going to create, and potentially the newsletters, the content will be generated from the phrases and keywords that we already know the most people are searching on. Just gives us the best opportunity of guaranteeing that people are going to find our content, which all leads back to our website. So really, that's all we need to do to get started. The second thing that will happen as a result of getting this done to start with is we will start to use those keywords in Google. We will pull up Google and we will manually do a search on those phrases, and we'll start at page 1, and then we'll move on to page 2. If we'll keep going until we get to page 20. We'll do this every week. We'll search Google until we get to page 20, and when we find your website for that particular phrase, we will record it in a database, and we will run the report again. We'll do the same thing again in 7 days. And what this does is it allows us to see what impact our marketing is having from week to week. With all of this, with all of the social signals that we'll be generating through our social media, which we'll talk about in another video, with all the marketing, outgoing marketing, the blogs and the articles, all of the newsletters, we should see an improvement in traffic. We should see an improvement in our rankings. And this is measurable from week to week, as long as we take a timestamp and take a database stamp of where we were from week to week. And that will be in the same format as the report that we've just shown for the keyword optimization. So those two reports will be getting sent regularly. The keyword report will be updated every quarter, and the Google report will be run every week. And anytime there is a major movement, we'll send you an email with that update. So that really covers what I wanted to talk about in this presentation to get started. Just to review and recap, make sure that when you sign up to SocialHootz, the first thing that you should do is to go to your configuration section and enter your own criteria. I recommend 70, and I recommend at least 3 for the minimum keyword number, and simply put in the pages of the services or products that you want to market. Once that's done, we will send those 2 reports, and we will begin the process of tracking and managing and monitoring those pages. And also we'll be able to use those phrases, those keywords, in the other parts of the process, which we'll talk in another video. But thanks for listening, and please get in touch with me if you have any questions. Simply click the help, leave me a message, or jump onto live chat, and I'll be happy to go over it with you.